Just give your wife the chalet. I'm Sam.
How many times can you change your t-shirt? I'm Jackie.
Well, the title, at least, says how we can approach our review. It's fair game on Stinker Madness. Hello, welcome to a very cold and wintry Stinker Madness. I'm sure that most of you, except for our dear listeners in the beautiful state of California who never have any problems and are never on fire or getting tsunamied or earthquaked or any of the bad crap that happens there, are freezing their butts off because the entire country is in a snowstorm. Ice. Polar weathers. But
our listeners in South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, it's summertime.
Yeah, those guys. Brian Trenchard Smith.
Yeah.
Actually, I do think we have an Aussie listener. I just can't think who it is. This week on the show, currently streaming on Amazon Prime from the 90s. Like all of it.
95.
It's the whole 90s. It came out every year because it's the most 90s movie ever. Starring Billy Baldwin and Cindy Crawford and Victor Maitland from Beverly Hills Cop and some other guys that look very familiar. Joe's boss. I know he can do the job, but can he get the job?
Dan Hedaya.
Dan Hedaya stops by for a second.
Dan Hedaya had his name scrubbed from the credits.
Yes, he did, and I don't blame him.
That's when Dan Hedaya, Dan Hedaya is a ex post facto for character actors. He's the who's who of the job, right?
Yeah. Him and Dick Miller should have a buddy cop.
He's like, get my name off that. Apparently his role was reduced significantly, though, in reshoots.
Yeah, well, it didn't even need to exist in the first place. Who else? Anybody else?
Christopher McDonald.
Yes. Oh, yeah. God, yes.
Shooter McGavin.
American treasure, Christopher McDonald. He is so stinking awesome in, what's the show I like, Jackie? The Hacks. The Hacks on HBO.
Yeah.
With Gene Smart and some young lady. He's amazing. He's suave, debonair, cool. I was telling Sam this when I was watching the show. We got robbed of Christopher McDonald because he was Shooter McGavin. He probably lost a buttload of roles because that's all anybody would associate him with. But the dude has chops. We should have had a lot more of him.
Yeah, there's a number. Miguel Sandoval is in this as well. Jeanette Goldstein, that is Reyes from Aliens. She was tough girl during this period of 90s movies.
Right.
Actually, she had a good run because this is like almost exactly 10 years after Aliens. So she did bad bitch for fucking 10 years. Nice job.
Speaking of bad bitch, some of goddamn Hayek's in this.
Yeah, there's some story about that for later.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right. Do it.
We're just going now? Okay, so this is a Joel Silver movie.
Right.
And Joel Silver is, I can't name all of the Joel Silver movies because we'd be here all day, but I can just name the franchises, and they're all big. So you've got Lethal Weapon, Predator,
right,
Die Hard, The Matrix, and even now he's got Sherlock Holmes is still kind of open-ended.
The Robert Downey Jr. one?
Yeah, him and Jude Law.
Okay. Probably not going to make another one of those. Just guessing.
I thought they were going to make a third one.
I'm just guessing.
Who cares? At this point, he could never do anything again, and he's richer than God. He also managed to not be one of the guys. Like, there's no accusations on Joel Silver.
Nice. I thought that's where you're going with the Selma Hayek.
Well, on the Me Too stuff, he got one of his assistants, I think, died in the pool. That was him, right? Got all coked up and drunk and then drowned in his pool on his island or something.
Okay, I don't know if that relates to Me Too, but sure.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It dodged Me Too. He seemed to have dodged Me Too entirely, but he did get he was exonerated of gross negligence. I guess that person got all screwed up on cocaine and alcohol and drowned on their own, according to the LA court system.
I don't know if you'd say he dodged Me Too. Maybe he just didn't fucking touch ladies' butts.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. So you don't dodge it. You just don't commit sexual assault. That's the way.
Which it doesn't surprise me, I guess. I was a little surprised that it wasn't just like the whole ship went down on fire, right? Like,
right.
When Me Too started, it wasn't like which one of these men, and it was like all of these men are doing that.
Right.
It seems like, Joel Silver makes the movies, and that's what he does. So this, here's another interesting one. A guy named Buzzy Herring and Johnny Hines invented the rule set that would become Ultimate Frisbee.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's really funny. And it's also like, wow, Joel Silver, thanks for some of the... I'm not a huge Die Hard guy. And I like Lethal Weapon for the wrong reason. I like it for its unintentional comedy. The Matrix is cool or whatever. Predator movies are pretty cool or whatever. Actually, the first one and then the one with Olivia Munn are the only ones I like. But Ultimate Frisbee is just fucking up an inherently perfect thing. It's just, you just throw it back and forth and have a nice time. It doesn't need any fucking rules, right?
No. And it doesn't need to be like not chill. It's like ultimate hacky sack. Like, dude, you got to run while hacking. No, then you miss the point of hacking.
You missed the point of hacking. You've lost your zen. And the Ultimate Frisbee people get way too competitive.
Oh, man, it's insane.
Yeah,
there's leagues.
It's crazy.
Like fights, all of it.
Yeah.
I don't like Ultimate Frisbee, and I'll tell you why. Because when I was in college, I was sitting on the grassy knoll eating my Big Mac.
Uh-oh.
Minding my own goddamn business, and I got hit right in the head with a Frisbee. And the guy was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I'm like, "You didn't see me sitting here?" And he was like, "Well, I saw you guys there, but I didn't think my Frisbee was going to hit you."
He thought
and
you
I'm
were
like,
a
"You're
whack.
not that guy." I'm like, "You're not that goddamn good, dude."
He thought you were a wax statue from the commercial. Yeah, that everybody's.
He also thought that Frisbees weren't aerodynamically designed to just fly for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a disc.
Yeah.
It spins. It's got all the physics. Anyway.
I think he was just too high. He probably thought that we were bears or something.
Not if he was playing Ultimate Frisbee. None of those guys, all those guys are straight edges.
They're all of them.
Active lifestyle people.
No, I've seen an Ultimate Frisbee team at the Paria Grill on 25-cent beer Sundays, and they get pretty loose.
Oh yeah, drinking's doesn't mean you're not a straight edge. But
Okay,
I don't think
fine,
I don't think that they get ripped and go play Ultimate Frisbee. It's like, dude, I'm gonna fucking run hard today, not get fucking blasted.
Whatever on Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah,
for
fuck
me.
it, fuck it, hate it.
Anyway, at this time, this year, 95, in our movie timeline, Silver's got 2 projects open. He's got this one and Assassins. And it's funny because the internet has all these things like, all of these people were attached to Fair Game, but said no. And like, no, they weren't. Joel Silver had 2 pictures open that year, and everyone chose Assassins, which was the Wachowskis script.
Okay.
And he split the $100 million, 50 apiece on this one and that one.
Boy.
And Stallone goes on with Assassins. Banderas is a hot commodity at that point. Julianne Moore's up and coming. So he puts Richard Donner on that one. Like, you just see a resource suck to the point that, were they really both 50 million, or is he just playing with $100 million that year? We're going to fudge some numbers around, and these are the 2 movies that came out of the hopper. Because you just see a time and resource sink go into Assassins. And this one, the director, Andrew Spies, wrote a few episodes of television. The writer, Charlie Fletcher, wrote a few episodes of television.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was no given to this. Like,
No.
I don't even think people were asked. You only ask people that won't say no, with the exception of one thing. Cindy Crawford. Why?
Mm-hmm.
And
Why?
this is according to Cindy Crawford, this is how it went. I'm friends with Joel Silver. He calls me. He says, I need you to do this movie. And she's like, I'm not an actress. I'm not doing the movie. And he's like, okay, will you do it for this much? And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And he's like, how much more? Will this much more do it? And she's like, no, I won't. I don't have any business doing this. Why would you do this to me? And he's like, how about this much? And that number, apparently, which she never disclosed, got to a point where she's like, well, I'm an idiot if I don't say yes to that.
Well,
why
you know,
did he
it's
do
not
that?
more than 50.
It's not, but it was probably like 8.
It had to be a lot.
It had to be a lot.
Especially to get her cans out.
She got her cans out.
Well, she's a model. Some of their job is having their cans out, right? That's like a thing. When they're doing runway stuff, like half the clothes they're wearing are not clothes.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
It's on film. It's on celluloid now. You got to pay for that.
Because if you're Joel Silver and you're running your Joel Silver maths, you go, well, I'm going to sync everything to Assassins, and I know I'm going to get back my return because really all I have to do is put Cindy Crawford's cans on the screen in 1995 and I get my money back.
Right.
Which somehow didn't happen.
Yep.
It's good logic.
Anyway, it gets to test screening and it's just a fucking hot mess. Apparently Crawford said that 3 weeks into shooting, the director that shouldn't have been directing it had a meltdown and quit talking to people. The test screening is god awful. So he brings in Stephen E. D'Souza to reshoot and rewrite and do anything he can over a 3-month period to make something that they can put in a theater. And so it gets the Geely sort of reshoot, like almost exactly like most of the relationship wasn't in the original thing. It gets the Geely treatment. And then with Salma Hayek, also like Joel Silver's like, could you, for whatever reason, Elizabeth Pena didn't play on screen. And I think a lot of it was the writing probably, but there is a point maybe where you're like, no, William Baldwin's out of her league, I guess, was I think the thing. So then Joel Silver's like, okay, get Selma to do it. And she's like, I'm not doing that shit. And she's like, what would it take for you to do this shit? And she's like, double my normal fee and I get to rewrite the scene. And he's like, done. So one of the only thing that works in the movie is her scene because she got to write it herself.
Selma goddamn Hayek.
And also, I think that one is an interesting decision because, like, if you have the hot girl in the movie, don't cast Selma Hayek opposite her.
Right.
Because she's all of a sudden not the hot girl. And I'm not saying anything bad about Cindy Crawford. I'm just saying Selma Hayek, holy goddess, right?
I mean, right.
You can't, it's not, oof.
It's not fair.
Oof.
Yeah, it's cheating.
It's cheating. So anyway, Dan Hedaya, as I said, his scenes get cut to the point that he's like, take my name off the movie. Joel Silver this would be sort of a life moment for him. Mm-hmm. And he was like, what do I know? I know that Cindy Crawford's hits are going to make back my $50 million. And I know that Sylvester Stallone and Richard Donner are going to fucking kill it with this other movie, Assassins, which was a little too edgy. So I hired Brian Hegland to script doctor it. Well, there was a lot of criticism on the script doctoring of Assassins that kind of dumbed it down. So his next thing would be to, you know what, Wachowski boys, you just make the movie you want to make. That was what came out of this year of film, was that he went, I'm going to change how I do things. Go ahead and make me a movie. And that movie was The Matrix. And right?
2 years later. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's right on the heels as far as production they invented techniques for that movie. So like on the heels of this and Assassins happening, he's like, gear shift, you guys do what you want. And they did. Allegedly, this was based on A Running Duck, the crime novel, but so was the movie Cobra, and they don't really have a lot to do with each other. I don't think it was. There was a lawsuit later that Wendell Wellman sued for $1.5 million and probably got it because this might have been a script that was sitting around. Like, this thing was so... This is the other one, and I don't care about it because Assassins is going to do so good. It's got Richard Donner attached to it, Sly, all that. And you see all those sort of stars start to... his star maybe was fading at that point. This also speaks to the resilience of character actors because, like, Steven Berkoff Miguel Sandoval, Christopher McDonald, Jeanette Goldstein. Like, they can be in a turd and it doesn't matter, right? They're fine. To the point that the guy that plays the hacker, Paul Dillon, did this, and his next movie was Cutthroat Island. Guess what happened with his career? Nothing bad. He did just fine. He did just fine.
Still working.
Two massive shit piles in a row. Doesn't matter. Whatever. But that's the story of how Fair Game happened and why The Matrix is The Matrix.
Okay. Jackie, hypothetical scenario. You're a major Hollywood producer in 1995. You're friends with Cindy Crawford, and you got a clean slate. You're everybody's buddy. You've never stepped on any toes, and you've never touched those butts that I told you not to touch. How much are you willing to pay for Cindy Crawford's boobs to be in your movie?
1995?
Oh, oh! I thought that's what you were going to pay. Yes, in 1995.
Yeah, $19.95. $19.95.
Good deal.
No, I mean, I'm sure she got $2 million.
$2 million.
I'm thinking 8.
Okay, well, you
million?
said 8 for the whole roll. How much for just the cans? Cover of all the magazines, the Pepsi thing, biggest supermodel in the world since Christy Brinkley, maybe even more popular than Christy Brinkley at this time. $2 million.
Huh.
I think I'd pay her $2 million for her acting and $5 million for the cans.
Sure. I just feel like he came up with a number that was all inclusive.
I'm not saying what he did. I'm asking what Jackie would do. I don't need your history. Damn it, Sam. Jackie, you're sticking with $2 million though? That's how much you pay for.
Okay, so probably $2 million for the side boob shot.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Full boobs, and you have to let that Baldwin brother touch him. $5 million.
And shoot a guy with them out and look silly. Like,
and
you
then
can't
do
shoot a gun and look cool.
Run.
Yeah.
Where you get the utter shots.
Yeah. Boobs don't look good when shooting guns. Sorry, Andy Sedaris. Actually, his are pretty good. They look silly. You get the ladies don't know. I mean, not ladies. Jesus Christ, me. Cindy Crawford clearly doesn't know how to shoot a firearm. That's fine. You don't have to, Cindy Crawford. And so when she shoots the guy, she looks silly, and her knockers are out. The whole thing is silly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and some of the faces that they made during this movie.
Oh my God.
During the action scenes, her and Baldwin, it was like, oh my God, close your mouth.
Got a fly going in. I think 2 for side, 4 for the whole thing, and then 2 for acting. That adds up to $8 million. So that we're on par with Sam.
Yeah. I should also mention that this lost every one of its Razzies to Showgirls, and history should see that as wrong.
I completely see it as wrong. That is very wrong. I like, when I was watching this with Jackie, I was like, why is Geely in the bottom 100 if this is not? There's no excuse for it.
It's the same exact fucking thing.
It's the exact same fucking thing. But the whole thing, and fine, whatever, but it's still there. And because of the Bennifer stuff, the hatred for Bennifer,
yeah,
I get Geely being in the bottom. Like, nobody liked them. Nobody liked them. But that was 20 years ago. Why is it still there?
Well, they're getting a divorce now, so maybe it'll get out of the gutter.
I don't know. It's not. This is, if Geely's there, this should be there. That's my point. Okay.
Sure. This should be more recognized as the steaming pile that it is.
It is massive. I was surprised about how bad this was. So let's get into it. Got Cindy Crawford running on the beach, and she gets into town.
With weird shots of her legs, by the way, that they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they didn't shoot her legs good. She's got great legs, right?
Yeah, the whole thing was odd. Like, that they didn't quit while they were ahead on this, because she doesn't look like she's definitely not a person that jogs ever.
Right.
When she's in slow motion, because you can't really tell. The second that they actually show her jogging and she's doing a lot more up and down than she is forward, you can tell this is not a person that jogs for fitness.
No, she is not a good runner on screen. She gets to the street and a gunshot goes off. We think.
Guess.
Well, her Walkman gets assassinated. Fuck you, Christopher Cross. Whatever she was listening to. Not my Walkman. I
bet she was listening to Technotronic.
Yeah, right. Shake that body for me. Technotronic, man.
CNC Music Factory.
Oh, shut up.
Gonna make you sweat till you bleed.
CNC sucks compared to Technotronic. Technotronic was all of it. It was great.
Yeah, they had a whole album.
Yeah. Okay. So Billy Baldwin, he's a cop named Max. Is that right? I think it's
Max Kirkpatrick.
Max Kirkpatrick. That's a mouthful. And he's hard up. He's not like Dan. What's his name? Dan, the Grizzly Adams guy. Dan
Haggerty,
yeah. He's not like that rough of a cop. He's just, he can't handle money. He's not a good boyfriend. He can't get a condo because he wants rubber to check like 5 years ago. And so that disqualifies him for a loan or the rental application. I'm not sure. Seems like a stretch.
Yeah, he's broke.
Yeah. And he got dumped by Selma Hayek. So that's pretty not great. It's a bad day.
By being a total douche. Like, what were you thinking, buddy?
Being kind of a douche. So at the cop shop, while she's in there yelling at him about his stuff to get his stuff out of her place, some perp grabs a gun and he's like, I'm going to kill this cop. And Billy Baldwin's like, not on my watch. Even though he's not a tough guy, he's just like, I don't have time for this shit. I got to yell at my ex-girlfriend. And so he hits a guy with a computer.
Well, okay, let's run through this scene a little bit more. So this guy is wearing a jumpsuit like he was just apprehended from fucking prison.
Right, correct.
And he's brought in here with a guy that's loosey-goosey with a gun.
Also not handcuffed.
Not handcuffed. And the Christopher McDonald will say, the next time that we let a bondsman in here with a gun, somebody's fucking fired. So this guy, like, he's a skip tracer that, like, found him in one penitentiary and he's going to transfer him to another penitentiary or something? Like, why is this guy here? Also, speaking to the quality of the script, this character has been named for no reason. His name is Ratso.
Ratso. I don't think he has any lines, does he?
No. He's just prison guy.
He has like one line. He's like, I'll blow this fucking guy's head off or something like that.
Right. Oh, God. Okay. Well, Billy Baldwin, like I said, hits him in the nuts with a computer and then whacks him in the face with a keyboard. And nobody dies except for Selma Hayek's dress, I believe, gets shot off. I believe a bullet shot her dress.
Almost came off, and I'm like, but please, more.
Didn't hit Selma Hayek. Just her dress strap. Just cut that off. So I'm guessing she wrote that part where you can almost see my beautiful bosoms.
Mm-hmm.
And the director was like, okay.
Who at this point would be Steven D'Souza. Okay.
So Chief,
who has helmed such films as Street Fighter the movie.
Nice. Good stuff there. So the chief puts Max on the Walkman case. He's like, there's a lady in the interrogation room. Her Walkman got shot and she wants justice. Okay. I'll take a look at it. So he goes in there and she's like, yeah, I don't know what if there was a shooter or not. I was just walking. There's a car drove by real fast, and then my Walkman got exploded. He's like, so why are you here? And she's like, cause I don't have anything else to do. There's no point for her to be there.
No, I mean, just to kick him out, right?
No, are you talking about? I'm talking about Cindy Crawford.
No, she would have made a statement and then she would have left. Like,
Wait,
why is she sitting in an interrogation room for an hour?
Why would she even make a statement? She's the only one. Like, I feel like because my Walkman got exploded, I should go to the cops. But I don't know anything.
Well,
it's not like there was this big crime scene investigation or anything. They're like, get round up all the witnesses. Yeah, I'm here. I don't know why. She shows up at the cop station on her own volition.
And then sits there, and I guess you have to get a statement so you can arrest somebody for shooting in town or whatever, right?
But she
probably
doesn't.
Not like this.
There's no shooting reported, Sam. She's like, I don't think that there was any shots. Okay, then why are you here? I don't know.
That's his job, to make it seem like there's shots, and he just doesn't do it. First off, she's like, I'm going to use your fax machine because I'm so busy I can't just go back to work. And then he's like, I don't like computers or your face. And she's like, are you going to do your job? And he's like, no. And so she just leaves. Because that's really what happens here. He's supposed to take a statement, get her information, and he doesn't do that.
There's no statement to be had.
Down. What?
There's no statement to be had. That's my problem is like, he sits down, okay, ma'am, I understand you'd like to report a crime. And she's like, I don't know if there was a crime. So what do you want me to write down? My Walkman exploded. That's not a crime. Then I'll be leaving.
Either way, he doesn't even fill out the papers.
I wouldn't either. Ma'am, you need to go home.
It's a major plot point that he doesn't do this. Because I wrote it down. I'm like, wow, he really did not nail this, whatever he's supposed to be doing here. But then later McGavin's like, by the way, fucko, even if it was a bullshit job, you still have to fucking put the pen to paper, dickface. Now finish it off, you son of a bitch.
I was literally staring at her ass the entire scene.
Yeah.
It was gross. I did not do a professional job. I could not peel my eyes away from her vaginal area, her crotchal zone, the no-no square. I was saying yes, yes. And so I'm pulling a Costanza. I took her pager. He probably pulled a Costanza.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no crime, so I'm never going to deal with her again. So I got to find a way into her penthouse. Okay, so they have banner about cops and lawyers. She's a lawyer, a civil lawyer. She doesn't know anything about anything. She just does like helping law. She's like, it kind of seems like she's like pro bono, one of those pro bono people. Like, I'm doing the good work. But then everything else contradicts
she's fucking
that.
Suing a guy for half of his shit on divorce.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
she's a divorce attorney.
She makes herself seem like she's fucking Erin Brockovich.
She's not. She's a divorce lawyer.
She sucks.
Yep. She's just a custody lawyer.
Yeah, no, you're no hero lady. So she goes to her office, and there's Dan Hedaya. And that's when the whole movie, I guess, happens. Sort of. Because.
Sort of.
What is Dan Hedaya's? Dan Hedaya's the attorney of a guy who's getting divorced, right?
Yes.
The guy who gets shot in the face on the boat.
Okay.
Miguel Sandoval.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes some putting this together later, but he's, in this scene, he's just a guy who's represented his client in a divorce and has hidden a lot of assets. And she's like, he's like, you're never going to fucking find this shit, even though it's in these manila folders because of lawyer business and me. And she's like, that's cool, but the boat, it's a total pile of shit, and maritime law, and your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. And he's like, okay, that sucks. I just missed my lunch with Trump. Goodbye.
Yeah. She's going to take him to an international court for maritime law.
Unless he plays ball.
Because he has stuff. Your clients gifted you things. Yeah, I'm an attorney. I'm not an elected official. That's not bribery. I literally take all of the money. People pay me all of the money. Anyways, I'm a lawyer. I get paid like a lot. So
no,
if
the lawyer
somebody gave me a yacht.
The lawyer didn't get gifted anything. He was hiding the assets with other family members. Like his mom owned the boat.
Okay, so what? So what? He's a lawyer. He's not an elected official. You can do things like that. It's not bribery, Jackie. It's stupid.
A man who's rich and bad has come to him and said, I will give you the money that you ask, provided that we put the screws to my ex-wife in this divorce. And he says, you know what, sir? That is actually my job.
It's in the description. That's like on our logo, actually. Do we cheat him and how?
Lady who's got ex-wife written on her forehead, and then there's screws going into her.
That will be no problem. You've come to the right place. Hey, you're not supposed to get paid a lot. I don't think you know how lawyering works. Also, your fucking set is pretty nice there, Cindy Crawford, so maybe you should fuck off with all these threats. Well, you're not supposed to have any of that stuff. I'm not fucking Bob Menendez, okay? I didn't lace gold in my shirts from Greece to fucking give our nuclear secrets away or whatever. I'm a goddamn attorney. I'm allowed to have a boat.
Yeah. Now, from here on out, to make the rest of the script work, what happens off screen in the scene, or what happens non-diegetically, but is part of the story world, is that Dan Hedaya will have to call Miguel Sandoval on the phone and say, shit, yeah, we got caught with the boat. We're just going to have to give her that boat because it's a piece of shit boat Tortuga compared to all this other stuff, right? And Miguel Sandoval's like, yeah, let's do that. Not just give her the chalet and tell her to fuck off.
Right. Yeah, let's do, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Dan Hedaya, my counselor. I'll take care of things on my end instead of just giving my wife the chalet so that I can do crimes.
And also,
why not just give her $200,000 and be done with it?
Here's $200,000. Hey, look, little hiccup. I need to borrow $200,000 and give it to my ex-wife so she fucks off and doesn't take our crime boat.
Or Miguel Sandoval says back to him, okay, they caught us with the boat. How long in divorce court does it take for the title of the boat to get transferred and for me to theoretically not be in this boat right this second? And he's like, oh, well, she's got us by the nuts, and I would imagine that in 12 seconds, this boat's no longer yours. Like, it's going to take 6 fucking months to get the fucking boat in divorce court.
I'm Dan Hedaya. People gift me yachts for putting the screws to. I can make this boat deal stretch out for years. Okay, I actually need about 2 weeks. No problem. Court, fucking judge isn't available for another 6 months. Yeah. You're good. Okay. And then fucking sink the thing.
Yeah.
Or just give it to her. It's actually going to be worse if I find half the Tortuga. I enjoy. Got to be scrubbing barnacles and rust for about 8 years, bitch. It's not a nice boat.
I don't even know what kind of boat it is.
I imagine it's like to me, it looks like one of those Alaska Fisher guys. Like, you know.
It doesn't have any of the masts.
No, but it's the size of one of those, like, we're going, tough living. and hope we don't capsize type thing. Maine lobster people. I don't know. Looks like a fishing boat. Big fishing, commercial fishing. Doesn't have all the parts. So anyways, yeah, the fucking plot is dumb. It is, and like we have done everybody a favor because, well, it's not the entire plot, but the word salad that's spit out between Cindy Crawford and Dan Hedaya is not easy to put together. You're not even sure who the bad guy is in the scenario, and also who Dan Hedaya is. I thought he was her partner. Like, yeah. What do you?
He's in there eating a sandwich.
He's pretty comfortable in her office, and he's behind a desk. It looks like, oh, you know, I'm your Gal Friday there, Aaron Brockovich. That's the scenario. The scene is setting up that they work together to help people. None of that is the fucking truth. They're opposing attorneys for a divorce.
Yeah,
that's not where you even have that fucking meeting.
Oh, no, I mean, lawyers in real life are this chummy with each other. So this actually plays. I mean, like, you think they're these enemies or whatever, and they're not. They, like, fucking go to lunch all the time.
She treats him pretty hostile. It's pretty hostile.
It was chummy up until she's like, by the way, fucko, maritime law. And he's like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ with your maritime law.
The Hague? Out. We're going to go to the Hague? For what, dumbass?
Yeah.
Maritime. Yeah, okay, I've been up to piracy. Yar. Maritime. Kiss my ass.
Also, the art director has seen fit to put the same sign in her office and her house later that just has the law written on it. In case we were ever confused to the point that she was a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Yep. That's what we said too. It's like, oh, look, she got buy one, get one.
Yeah. At the law store. Okay, so we got to move this along. On the Tortuga is bad guys. A bunch of bad guys, and they're like, do action typing. Oh my gosh, the bitch is going to get the title. So instead of killing the ex-wife, they send assassins to kill the attorney, who in their mind has already done the thing that keeps the boat from them owning the boat. Kill that bitch lawyer. What about your ex-wife who now owns the boat in your dumb fucking mind?
Well, he hates his ex-wife, but he doesn't want to kill her. Fuck her lawyer, though.
Okay, we killed the lawyer. The paperwork's already gotten filed, dude. Like,
but didn't you just try to kill the lawyer really poorly a minute ago? Yes.
Yeah, we're confused
preemptively.
About where we
tried to kill your wife's lawyer in case they found out about this fucking piece of shit boat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to kill the lawyer. There's just no way else. Because as soon as the lawyer's dead, the whole case falls apart. Your ex-wife can't just go get another lawyer and be like, hey, well, let's continue with that lawsuit where I get the Tortuga. The turtle. Yeah.
She also, like, off-screen probably calls her client the ex-wife, and she's like, all right, I got him on maritime law. And she's like, what does that mean? It means, well, it means he's going to have to give you the Tortuga. And she's like, fuck, bitch, I want the chalet.
The fucking God.
What am I going to do with the Tortuga? It's a rust bucket. It's worth $200,000 tops.
I made a mistake
the shittiest divorce lawyer ever. I should have hired Dan Hedaya.
Yeah, I made a mistake by falling for your marketing, your 1-800 I'm pretend Aaron Brockovich.com ad. You're not, you suck, you're bad attorney.
Your logo has a picture of you shielding me from the screws.
Right? Oh my God, damn it. This plot is so bad. Was just the biggest fucking hole in it. Okay, so they do action typing, the bad guys. They find out where she lives, and because they can just do that. That's 1985. It's just, there it is.
They already know where she lives because they followed her. They've followed her so much that they know where she fucking jogs.
True. It would be pretty obvious where she lives.
They probably know what she has for fucking breakfast.
Not good. So Billy Baldwin, he's on the way to deliver the pager and get her signature from before. The assassin's there, and Billy pulls up, and she goes outside. She's got a fucking swank pad, dude. There's just no fucking way around it.
This houseboat is pretty damn impressive for somebody who does,
It's a big
like her office is kind of a piece of shit, right? Like it looks like she's doing a bunch of stuff for pro bono, but like this houseboat is super damn impressive.
It's three
not a houseboat,
fucking
it's just
stories.
Corner apartment that's on the waterfront. But either way, it's super swanky because let's fucking think about it.
I'm with Jackie. It's a houseboat, Sam. I've seen these houseboats.
They show, but it doesn't fucking matter. But what we need to think about is that she's a divorce attorney in a town with rich retired people. She's doing fucking good.
It's Miami. Yeah. She's loaded. So she goes out onto the balcony and it's like, I'm just out here to look sexy. There's no reason for her to be out there. Oh, also she has a cat.
She had a cat.
Now it's just Korean barbecue.
So she's like, what's on the tube? The tube is an explosive detonator.
Ooh, no. She dates the movie and says, hi, Mr. Squiggles, my cat. Would you like to watch headline news? Headline news.
Oh yeah. Headline news. That was a thing. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Weird. It blows up, and it blows up too big. It blows up her whole place. She's out on the balcony. She gets blown to safety in the most blown to safety manner I have ever seen. She's exploded.
You see the dummy get blown up and thrown. She didn't make it.
No.
She's dead as shit.
It is hilarious spaghetti ragdoll off of the edge of a balcony. Like, ooh, that person is dead.
I mean... It's worse than Mac and Charlie, the blown to safety, because it's not the concussion wave that blows you to safety for her. The fireball literally enveloped her and carried her down to the water.
Darkman had a less damaging explosion.
Yes. Yeah, she's dead. She didn't fucking make it, man. And if you fuck up, like, how much Semtex did you use? Like, did we need to save any of it? Because I used all of it. Did you see that explosion? It was big. And she's still alive? Maybe we shouldn't fuck with this attorney.
She's immortal.
Yeah.
She's a Highlander. You have to take her head to kill her.
God damn it. So she lands in the water. Billy Baldwin, he does a jump, dive, shoot thing. And it's stupid and awesome. And gets in the water and saves her. And she's like, who the fuck are you? Why are you? You're here to kill me. And he's like, no, see, I'm schmarmy and charming. She's like, oh, none of that happens. There is no dialogue between them at all. He dives into the water, says, I got you, and pulls her out. And for the rest of the movie, she never questions. I don't even know if she knows his name.
But she does know that he's a police officer because she met him before.
Oh, yeah, never mind. God damn it. You're right. Okay. Forgot about that whole beginning of the movie crap.
And she knows that he's too much of an idiot to be nefarious.
Yeah.
Because he's half-assing his job so bad that he had to come finish his one thing, which was please sign this. It was all he had to do. And he skirted that responsibility. And she's like, man, you're so half-assed. I know you're not nefarious. Because the only reason you're here is because you got your ass chewed by your boss. And he's like, yeah.
And your hands are on my breasts. It's life-saving, right? I'll allow it. Meanwhile, back on the Tortuga, there's mutiny because she's bomb-proof.
I can't really tell what's happening here in real time. Like, it took me probably until they're fucking on the train before I'm like, before I actually put together what's really happening. Because it's so stupid that I'm like, well, the movie's telling me this is what's happening. That's too stupid. And it's like, no, that's what's happening.
He's like, Victor Maitland's like, so she's not dead? Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, man. We used all the Semtex. Her place is like, it's gone. Well, now you're gone for fucking. How the fuck am I supposed to know that she's bomb proof? We didn't fuck it up. We blew the whole goddamn thing up. There's
Also,
nothing
it's
left.
not his guys, Emilio Juanterina, Miguel Sandoval's characters. It's not his guys that fuck up the blow up, the bomb job. It's
your
Burkoff's guys.
It's your
My
guys.
guys fucked up the bomb job. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to shoot you for that. That makes 0 sense, sir.
It's really dumb. Hey, guy over there, do you know how to do what that guy did? Yeah. Then why did we have that guy? Oh, yeah, because why do we have you? Why? So we just had redundancies for bad guys?
But what the movie tells us is that Miguel Sandoval is a questionable character that has a lot of assets.
Mm-hmm.
So guy sitting at desk can't be a replacement to him.
Right, exactly.
But also he's good at computers, so I guess the guy at the computer can do the computer work. But what he's really asking is very vague. He's like, can you do what he does? And he's like, dude, my wife took me to the cleaners on my last divorce. I can fucking do better than that guy.
Okay, so let's backtrack on the plot again here. A divorce attorney is suing to take the Tortuga away from the man who is now dead.
From the man who is now dead.
So the remaining guys spend the rest of the movie targeting the attorney who now has no connection to the Tortuga or anything at all.
At all. Plus, it was revealed in a line of dialogue that the case had been closed. She's only trying to revive it by this little loophole in maritime law. There's no chance that they can lose the boat at all.
They are legally, they already lost the boat because it's not their boat.
No, the case was closed.
Yeah.
Dan Hedaya said that. So, she's trying to reopen a divorce case on a maritime loophole.
For a
they
guy
had
that's
zero
now
chance
dead.
of losing the boat. And now they have less than 0.
Yeah, but they're still sending assassins to kill the attorney. It doesn't... It's so incredibly stupid. Okay.
You know why? Because the only way that you could foil your perfect plan is by trying to blow up a divorce attorney for no reason.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, it gets worse than that. They really bungle the whole thing. So Billy Baldwin, he puts her in some shitty motel. There's bad guys are bound because they've got access to the internet in cars. And she's like, I'll order a pizza. You guys hungry? Other cops, and they're like, yeah, we love pizza, pretty lady. And she's like, oh, I'll put it on my credit card. And they're like, yeah, it's 1995. You can do whatever you want with a credit card. Nobody can hack that. Meanwhile, the guys in the car are hacking her credit card, and they're like, she's at this hotel. Let's go. Because they've also got Google Maps, because that was a thing in 1995. And so they get there, and they hijack the pizza, and then they go in, and they shoot the guys, the other cops. And it gets worse than that.
Also, this is really upscale for 95 in terms of processing the credit cards electronically, because in reality in 95
a Pizza
people
Hut.
are still using the carbon swipers and then mailing that shit in.
Yeah I'll take a order over the phone with a credit card. No, you're gonna pay in cash when I get there. What's a credit card? Okay, so they've also got thermal vision.
Yes.
And Billy Baldwin's in the shower, and they can see he's showering, but one of the other cops is taking a pee-pee, so when he flushes the toilet, Billy Baldwin's like, that's cold! And he disappears from thermals for the next 30 minutes.
He gets, the flush makes it too hot, and he's like, oh, that's too hot. So he just turns off all the hot water, and he's like, oh, cold shower. Thank God Cindy Crawford's in the other room. And then becomes invisible to night vision. Because cold showers.
Okay, Captain Correcty. So he's invisible for forever, basically, from thermal vision because of 72-degree water.
Well, in the movie, he's invisible until someone sees him. And he shoots that person, and then they're like, oh, we can see him again because we know where he is, because that's how fucking thermal vision
He's
works.
on thermals. He's right there behind you.
I also wrote down something here in this sequence that I don't remember in the movie, but it must be something. I wrote down, Cindy hates spankings. What happened there? Why did I write that down?
I have no idea. No clue.
Was there spankings?
I don't remember spankings.
Jackie?
So we're gonna.
Nope. I don't remember what you're talking about.
We're gonna move past that, Sam. I think that was just a you and Cindy Crawford thing. It happened.
Or are you talking about the little kid?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, there was
yes.
a kid.
Okay, we're not there yet. We're not there. Oh my God, that's probably maybe my favorite part of the movie. It's so stupid. Okay, so he shoots this guy, and he picks up his shell casing. He's like, that's a weird shell casing. I should keep that, because if I don't pick up this shell casing that is very common when there's a big shootout, I've never seen anybody pick up shell casing in the middle of a shoot. The whole movie doesn't exist unless I pick up this fucking shell casing. It's so fucking...
It gets dumber than that.
I know it gets dumber than that. It's just going to keep getting dumber. Everything's dumber at one scene after the other. Okay, so they bail out the back window. They call the cops. Excuse me. But they say nothing. They're like, the cops are dirty. Somebody's listening in. How did they know where we were at? They never put it together with a credit card because it's 1985, and I don't blame them totally for that.
Sure.
But so they won't tell the cops anything. So he wants the feds involved. And his partner gives him a coded place, like, hey, go to where you and I met and had dinner and made out a little that one night. Oh yeah, I know where that's at. Wait, you guys made out? So they go there, and the bad guys are listening over the phone, so they know that. Actually, I don't know how the bad guys piece together where this secret meeting place is at.
They don't. So what they do is they infiltrate Detective Louis Aragon, the partner, they know that they're calling the FBI, so they pose as the FBI.
Oh, okay, all right.
At the partner's place, so they can just get there that way.
Hey, we're the FBI. Oh, cool. Right on. Where's this lady? She's over here in a car that's not mine. Okay, put her in this car. But they're not FBI, and he gets not FBI sense and shoots them.
But the best part is, because they're going to reveal that these are Russian KGB super spy commandos in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Which begs my first question, why do they have German accents?
Why do they have German? Also, there's like some Cuban stuff. There's a Cuban connection.
Well, that's Miguel Sandoval's the Cuban bad guy.
Okay, all right, okay. Why is he involved with the Russians?
Because he loses the boat in a divorce.
Okay, so then he calls the Russians and was like, "You want to do crimes?"
Yeah, he's like, "I got this boat," and they're like, "Okay, this will work for our heist."
1-800-call-Russians-for-crimes.com.
He was already in bed with them over some other deals on the Tortuga.
Huh? Okay.
They had a big wine heist at the chalet.
Yeah, right. Okay.
These guys have been doing it for years.
So Max starts shooting these guys, and he has got straight up bloodlust. Like, he has got,
yes,
as Jackie said, a absolutely bonkers crazed face on while he's blasting dudes. It is nutty.
The partner, so like one guy has an FBI badge, and there's just like another guy there who's German, and they're like, "Hello, nice German man, drive me around, please." And he's like, "Okay," and he shoots him in the cock.
Right? Yeah, he cockshots him. He leads
like,
with
how
that.
How could you not trust that nice German man?
Oh, man. Poor partner. He's dead. And so they blow everybody away. They crash into a car. It explodes. They run back into the hotel so that Cindy Crawford can punch a mom. She can punch, straight up cold cock that bitch for slapping her kid around. It's so dumb. Because they're in the parking garage. Their car's in the parking garage.
Their life is in peril, and she's avenging possible child abuse.
They have to go out of the parking garage where their car is at to go into the motel while they're being in the middle of a shootout so she can punch a lady, then go back into the garage where the car's parked. Hold on. Time out. I gotta go do something. God damn it, so stupid. So they get into his car, they go to a new hotel, and again she pays with the card. So they're on to her again. They know where she's at. He's got his own action typer. Max. He's got a crime lab lady who can do action typing. And he's like,
it's his cousin, Jody.
Okay. What's the deal with this shell that I randomly picked up? I've never seen one like it before.
Is she like in CSI?
The crime
or
lab.
Something?
Crime
if
lab.
I couldn't tell if she was like in the crime lab or if she's like a phlebiologist or something.
No, she's in the crime lab.
Okay.
So she does action typing, and she's like, the symbol on the bottom is not actually 3s, it's Z's. No, they're 3s.
She doesn't put that together like Baldwin does.
No, she runs it through the computer. She's got a scan of it. She's like, see, you said 33. It's actually Z's. For Russian,
Jackie's right.
The Russian Z's.
There's a garbled conversation.
Whatever.
About how
they're
they get
Russian
that right.
Z's is what somebody says. Details. And
which means that it's the Russian ZZ Top who's after him, and that's not good.
That's right.
But
Every
you
girl's
want a pearl
crazy about
necklace?
Every girl crazy about
Comrade.
a sharp-dressed man.
I didn't know that ZZ Top had a top hit song called Death to the West, because that's what these guys are. That's their motto. It's a hardcore Russian group that wants to death to the West. You ever heard of them?
They don't. They just want cash.
That's what she says.
I know, but I'm just revising it ex post facto. They don't seem to want that at all.
No. They're hardcore ex-KGB guys, real bad. And really, because they seem pretty dumb to me. If
The only
this is
reason
what
they're able to keep up with this is that I'm actually stupider than they are.
Yeah, right. Like, if this is what Russia's, the Cold War, like, if this is where you're going next, Yeltsin's the president at this point. I guess they're like, they're ex-KGB. We're cool with Russia in 1995. It's not that fucking asshole, son of a bitch, piece of shit, Putin.
So we're so cool with them in 95 that we have a friend that came over from Moscow and was an exchange student.
Yeah, yep. I don't think that's happening anymore. He was a weird dude. I'm not going to go ahead and say he was my friend. I don't think I ever liked him.
We had an exchange student that was from Moscow.
Yeah. So Victor Maitland, he calls the room and he's like, "Hey, Billy Baldwin, I'll give you $250,000 for the chick." And Billy Baldwin's like, "Done." And that's the end of the movie. Selma Hayek, here I come.
But the boat's only worth $200,000. Divorce court. Wait, numbers.
Yeah, right. So he says, "Das Vidanya, asshole." Nice fucking shitty yippee-ki-yay motherfucker.
And this pisses Steven Berkoff off real nice. Like, he's like, "I am not just interested in cash and killing. Now I will have the last laugh of your life, you son of a bitch."
Das Vidanya, asshole.
What does that even mean?
Das Vidanya? I think, like, fare thee well. It's a goodbye. Das Vidanya. Adios, muchacho.
Mm-hmm.
Hasta la vista, baby. Asshole. One of those things, you know? Are you looking it up or something? Or are you texting?
Well, I was trying to, but I can't. I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, I have no idea. DOS, DAS. I got nothing for the rest. Anyways, so they use the internet to lock the hotel down because that's the thing. Oh God, the hotel. Well, that's not gonna stop me. I got a big gun, and he blows his way out. And they get to the car and they drive away. Oh, good plan, bad guys. You stopped him there. But then they stop for gas. And
he's driving a Wagoneer and it gets like 8 miles to the gallon.
Right. There's some Wagoneer shit later that happens that I thought was pretty funny too. And suddenly they've got a cell phone. Where'd the cell phone come from?
I don't know.
I don't remember there ever being a cell phone in anything before this scene.
There's one now.
No, there wasn't.
All the phone calls take place on motel phones. Doesn't make any sense. Yep. He's like, we got to get rid of this. They're tracking us via it. So he throws it in a hog truck, hog hauler. And they go and bad guys track it and they reach into the pig shit. They're like, oh, it's a pig shit phone. Why did we think that they were like lying underneath the pigs? Why did we get in the pig hauler? You guys are in here, aren't you? Sneaky fucker. Wait, no, it's just shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pig shit. You can't hide with the pigs. They be under you die. Plus the pigs are probably going to eat you.
Boss, we got bad news. It looks like he sold his phone to some pigs. What? He sold it to them? Yeah, they have it. It's a nice phone though. We wouldn't just give it to them.
I think the pigs have got the title to the Tortuga too. No, pigs on the Tortuga.
You know, what's
are we gonna have to cut these pigs in on it?
Was party line going on? No, not at this point.
So the pigs were on the party line.
Not on a cell phone. Are you
no, I don't think you could do that in 95.
You're going to go with are you trying to get to pig party? Is that what you're trying to, you're making your joke up as you go so you can eventually get to pig party?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Just say it, pig party.
Pig party.
See, you don't need a joke. It's fun. It's fun. You can just say pig party anytime you want, Jackie, and that's already fun.
We can't come back to the base just yet, boss. These pigs have got a lot of vodka. This is a wild party.
So they now need to look at her case files so they can find out why these Russian guys are tailing her. And he's like, well, wait, maybe there's a Cuban connection. Okay, weird. Cuban, Russian, I guess, the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's a reach there, Max. Whatever, look at your case files.
It's a reach, but, his cousin did kind of give him the down low on these super Russian, Cuban dudes.
Max's cousin?
Yeah, Jody.
Yeah, she said Russians. The former KGB, and he's like, Cuban's close enough.
That are stationed in Cuba. They're silent sleepers. And they go out and they do all the really bad shit to America.
The Cold War is over in 1995. That makes it even stupider, Jackie. That Cuba's doing their own fucking thing. There's no Russians in Cuba in 1995, right?
That's just what Jody said. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
pick it up with
maybe
Jody.
That's why they need the cash, is because they're out of work.
Jody should go work for Breitbart. Jesus Christ, conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying these guys aren't in Cuna, but they're not stationed in Cuna.
In Cuna?
Cuba.
Cuba. They're not stationed in Cuba. They're fucking mercenaries at that point. But they're not fucking mercenaries. They're shitty Hans Grubers.
Yeah. At this point, they have a better shot at being connected to Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, right? God, I'm sick of this damn cough. And I'm sure the listeners are too. Okay, so they go to a Radio Shack, because Radio Shack has the internet.
It's, yeah.
In 1995.
A bedroom community Radio Shack computer store thing is like plugged in. I guess Al Gore was really working it hard in 95.
Oh my God. It's so stupid. Yeah, I'll just get your files. Hold on. What are you doing? I'm connecting to the internet. It takes about 30 minutes in 1995. Oh, and we also can't make phone calls while we're connecting. Hello, you've got mail. Oh, God. Okay, where do I go from the AOL home screen? I don't know how to get on the internet, literally, lady.
Do you have Netscape? No, that's still 2 years out?
Yeah.
Shit.
We got AOL. That's what we got. Oh, hey, look at this. There's a prince that needs help. That's the mail I got. Oh, man, he's going to pay me a lot of money. How about we do that instead of this stupid fucking plot? They should actually just make the movie of helping that prince. That actually is probably a pretty good movie. Just sitting right there. The Arabian prince that needs help, right?
Sure.
I'll send you money. You send me money.
Yeah.
Why would I send you money? So I can be free and free the people.
Hold on, I can't finish this thing we're on because Bill Gates is giving everyone $100.
What? Was that a
I
thing?
respond to this email.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, blue screen of death. Sorry.
Yeah. So what did you find out on the internet? Well, I couldn't figure out how to get on the internet, so I printed out this picture of Vikings from Microsoft and Carta.
It's pretty cool. Oh my God.
Eat shit, Britannica.
Yeah. I hit play on the duck sound. I looked up ducks and then I would hit play and it went quack quack. It's crazy 1995 technology.
Yeah.
God damn it. So she's like, hey, Geek Squad guy, how about you? Ooh, I'm sexy. And he's like, well, I'll do anything for you. Learn how become a master coder from 20 years in the future. Radio Shack guy.
Yeah. He's
Done.
actually the smartest guy in this movie.
He is.
Because he puts it together. He looks, after she gives him the honeypot treatment, he's like, you're not actually going to buy a computer, are you? And she's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, I am totally fine with that.
You're good with that.
And
You're
then
out.
he gets a smooch.
Yeah. Yeah, she plants one on him. So they leave. She's got the files. Oh, yeah, it's Dan, or not Dan Hedaya, whatever that guy is. Sal Romano.
The older guy that's at the computer store manager?
No, the Cuban guy. She gets her files.
Oh,
She's like,
Miguel
it's the Cuban
Sandoval?
guy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's all
Even
about
though
the Tortuga. Okay, now we're starting to put it together.
Well,
the
now she's got the information that would be completely relevant if he wasn't already fucking dead.
If he wasn't already fucking dead, right. So the radiator, it blows on the Jeep, which is quite
standard Wagoneer. That's very on brand for the Wagoneer.
Yep. And the baddies come in and they bust up the Radio Shack. And, oh, God damn it, the car track. Oh, fuck, this is the car track part. How are we going to find him? He's in his car. Oh, I know. We'll use the car track app.
Was it called LoJack? Is that what that was called before?
Yeah, it's still called LoJack.
They still have that?
Not in 1995. This is I Have God shit from Fast and the Furious. This does not exist. Nothing like this existed in 1985. Well, we'll go through and oh, there's his car.
What if it did? It's worth more than the fucking Wagoneer. Nobody's going to steal it. It's a fucking Wagoneer.
Right. It's so dumb. Fuck off. GPS tracking for your car in 1995 that's connected to the internet, and a guy at Radio Shack could just hack into it. Kiss my fucking ass. When did OnStar come out? Like, legit OnStar.
05.
Yeah. That was like a revolution. Like, holy shit. We could do that?
There are ways. The original LoJack didn't work on GPS.
Gentlemen.
It was radio.
OnStar actually came out in 1996.
Okay, either way, not 1995 when this shit has some fucking car tracker app. Oh yeah, subscribe to Car Tracker. What is that? It's like a huge giant box that they put under your oil pan, and it like has a radio, and it goes boop, 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 and you got to be like within range because we don't have GPS commercially, a consumer-based GPS in 1995. You fucking assholes.
Also, if you put it anywhere near the gearbox of a Wagoneer, it would melt.
Hot shit. So I fucking hate the car track thing. So she, oh yeah, that's my next note. While they're waiting for the car track tow truck, she gives the viewer a little side boob.
Little side boob.
There's that $2 million that Jackie paid for. Nice. Now shot driving to, okay. So now they show up, the bad guys show up, tow truck guys showed up. He's like, fuck this shit. And so now she's driving the tow truck. And this is the big set piece of the movie, right? This is the biggest one, the highway chase.
Is it the highway chase or the train that's the bigger set piece?
Well, her cans are in the train, so probably the train. This one's a pretty big deal. Like,
there's a helicopter landing on a train.
Yeah.
The thing is that you can't tell because they're edited so poorly they don't even seem like a set piece.
There's just a bunch of banana stuff that happens here.
Oh yeah, no, the tow truck is the bigger set piece. You're right. That was way harder to do.
Like, he has to dive out to shoot at guys, and he gets on top of his own Wagoneer that's being towed, and then his Wagoneer explodes, and now it's a wrecking ball that is being towed down the highway, and she like skid stops it into a guy who's holding a fucking RPG.
This was
fucking
good
manners.
because he needed point blank for that RPG. That's the only way he's killed in this manner, holding the RPG, is if he's waiting for a 6-foot shot with that RPG.
Oh no! Smashed by
And
a
then
flaming
It's
Jeep.
so stupid that on screen, Stephen Baldwin goes, "It worked."
Yeah, right. So I guess they get away, whatever. They steal someone else's car, but then she's like, "I've had enough of you. I hate the Tortuga and everything." She runs away. And he's like, "Wait, what? Why would yeah, run away, but I'm also running away with you." "No, you're the devil." No, okay. So she jumps on a train, and he drives after. Then he puts the car in fucking cruise control and jumps onto the train as well. This is a big deal again. It's incredibly stupid. Looks terrible, especially when he makes the leap. It's great.
Yeah.
And then they pork. Yeah.
And not just like the sexy sex scene shit that you usually get in these movies. There's a shot of him porking her. And you're like, huh.
It also takes fucking forever.
Oh, yes.
They
Too
are
long.
slow screwers. Like, I don't know if this was like a thing. Because, I mean, it's just, so much kissing and like, the sax going hard and like everything, they're moving slow. Like, no, in reality, first thing, boobies.
Mm-hmm.
like you're getting, 2 minutes
Yes.
of hot passion right here. But this goes on forever. The foreplay
Honk,
is
honk, hump, hump.
draggy.
Do you want to get pancakes?
Yeah. Can you like speed this up? Billy Baldwin said. Cindy Crawford, I'm getting bored. So then the bad guys show up. She shoots the guy with her boobs out. Where are we at? Okay. So, but then she gets nabbed somehow. And he gets thrown off the train and she gets
He just
nabbed.
falls off the train.
Yeah. Fall.
Kind of. He kind of jumps onto another dude who then is killed.
Yeah, they both fall off the train.
He lands on that guy and is saved by killing him
Mm-hmm,
or something.
Yeah.
And then he gets that guy's radio and he's like, oh, I hear you're going to the Tortuga. Okay, I know where that's at. So he calls his crime lab friend, but she's dead. Now he's pissed. Meanwhile, the junction box tap is in progress.
The junction box tap. Because a junction box isn't a thing that you just connect to, which is why it's called a junction box.
Here, oh, finally. Okay, I think we might learn what the plot is of this whole fucking stupid goddamn movie. Victor Maitland finally exposes they need to tap into the junction box, which I think in their mind is internet cables. And once they connect to those internet cables, that's a one-way street to the Cayman Islands Bank's server.
When the movie's already given its internet connectivity to whatever we wanted the whole time.
Throughout the whole thing. And then, so he's like, yes, we've tapped into the junction box, which is like, they drill into it.
Yeah.
But then after the drilling shot, they just put a key in and churn the lock and it opens up. And then they go poop, 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 and touch some buttons. And now they're in the junction box. Progress complete. So why'd you drill into it if you just turned a key and like open up a panel and now you're in it? Also, we're into the boss. We're in. And then they show the fucking screen and it's, I know that this is ticky-tacky, but it's really not. It's their fucking website. This is a user interface. Not some sort of like hacky, like you can click around. There's an About Us page. So they hacked into the junction box so they could get on the Cayman Islands Bank's website.
Yep.
They log in. Their login has the stars for the past. They just log into their own account.
They needed a boat for this?
They're not going to pay for internet. They're bad guys.
Yeah, right?
Do you even...
We skipped that whole... Welcome. You've got mail.
And then you wait for 15 minutes while the mail just keeps rolling in.
All right. Okay. Go to the Cayman Islands Bank's website. Do you know what it is? Because we don't have Google at this point. Ooh, I do not. Cayman Islands Bank.com? .net?
Just search it on Alta Vista. But I'll only find scholarly research on Alta Vista.
Go to Ask Jeeves. Oh my God, it's so dumb. And so they just hack all the money. They're like, oh, we'll put in $1.8 billion. Transfer. Sir, you're in your own account. You're transferring from your account to your account. Oh.
Who were they stealing from? Did they ever identify that?
No.
No, just various countries that they were just Italy, $5 million.
Yeah.
India, $2.
So they're like, oh, that dickhead, he's still out there alive. He's going to be here because it's the only place within range of that radio that he just called from. You two, go kill him. But, sir, we're in a boat in the middle of the ocean, and he's on a beach. Yeah, go kill him. Sir, if we don't do anything, nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you don't kill him, then I won't get revenge for that Das Vidania asshole thing.
The other part is that she shows up and he's like, I have got you prisoner now. And it's very realized by both characters that she doesn't fucking know anything. What? He's like, oh shit, you don't know anything, do you?
Why would I know anything?
Why would I know anything?
Yeah, you're trying to stop our plans from getting onto their website. I don't care. Oh.
He tries to tell her the plan and she just gets confused and checks out.
Why would I give a shit about any of that? You're not like some sort of superhero that's trying to take us down? No, I'm trying to take this boat and give it to my client. And now that I see it, I have regretted my decisions as an attorney. I'm not good at it.
This is why she hung up on me. She wanted the chalet. This thing's a piece of shit.
Oh, man, this boat's going to sink. Like, you guys need to get out of here.
It's going to cost as much to make this nice as it is. Oh, my God.
You guys could have, like, done this whole operation from, like, a fucking secret lair or, like, just an apartment in Miami. You could have just done it in, you know, like, in your place. This whole operation. Instead, you're going to sink and die on this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Not before we get that dust for done, you asshole. Go get him. So they take his Zodiac. They go to Billy Baldwin. He fucking kills them. He takes the Zodiac. Like, shit. How am I going to get out to them? Good thing they gave me means of transportation.
Well, the real star of the show is going to show up here. It's the guy that is so drunk he's passed out through a gunfight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nothing waking this fishing guy up. Automatic weapons fire. They cut his fishing line. It's just like, he's out.
It's pretty funny. So he fights his way to where Cindy Crawford's being held. And she accidentally starts the time. Oh, yeah. Oh. There's a bomb on this fucking boat, too. For some reason.
They're going to blow up the boat so that there's no evidence that they were out there borrowing the internet.
Despite the fact that the boat will sink on its own, I don't know why I'm speaking in German, they're going to blow it up.
With you on it, person who still doesn't know anything because I even tried to explain it to you and you're not getting what I am saying. You will die now.
Miss this bomb. Yeah. So she accidentally kicks over the timer. Once you do that, it starts at 3 minutes. That's how that works. And so Victor Maitland starts like trying to get through the website, and it's like, please select the currency you'd like to go through. And he's like struggling. Like he also got, I guess, beat up at some point because he's like bleeding goop out of his nose. It's really weird and gross. The boat's starting to explode while Cindy Crawford and Billy Baldwin are running, doing the slow thing off the edge.
It also needs to be mentioned that she wasn't tied up at all. He just like walks over and pulls the ropes off.
Yeah, right.
And she's like, oh, I could have got away at any time, couldn't I have?
Oh, and then they get stopped by a door that he tries to open twice. And it's like, oh no, the bomb's going to blow up. And then the bombs start blowing up and they just go out the door. They couldn't get out before. It was like suspense. Now it just opens.
And meanwhile, the bad guy is still in the bottom of the boat. And the phone is like, if you want it to be in Italian, press 1.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, United States currency is so far down the list.
No. And then he finally gets United States currency put in. And I mean, the bombs are like, they're blowing up around him. And he like hit one of the, it doesn't matter what currency you get it in. You're just getting the money. And then you can deal with this shit later, asshole. Mm-hmm. No, I need dollars. I got to go to the strip club later. And once he goes to the U.S., for U.S., please connect to, we'll connect you to the next available associate. No! So they jump off, the boat blows up, it sinks, and then we see him drown. He wasn't dead from explosions.
No, he's fine from that. I think it would have been a little bit better if he had actually gotten to the point where he knows he's dying, but he's like, I'm just going to screw some people out of this money anyway. And then he finally gets to the U.S. currency and hits the enter key, and then the progress bar comes up and he goes, oh, shit. It's like going to take 28 minutes at least.
Yeah, that would have been pretty funny.
The pair of them, they swim out to the Zodiac, and then she threatens to sue him for sinking the Tortuga. Her client's, you sank the Tortuga, dumb shit. You're the one that kicked the fucking, you blew up that boat. No, you blew up that boat. And that is where their relationship ends. They realize that they actually hate each other. It's not even close to Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. Like, did okay. They got like 6 months in their relationship from a dangerous situation. The passion. These guys didn't make it out of that Zodiac before they fucking dump each other. She's like, you're a screw up big time.
Yeah.
It's like, you're kind of a money grubbing bitch. Yeah. He probably kills her in that Zodiac, actually. Dumps her body in the ocean. That's the movie. That's all I got.
So I'm assuming that she had insurance, but he didn't.
On what?
Like her apartment.
Well, he didn't have. He was homeless.
He had a Wagoneer with liability.
Yeah, probably liability. Yeah.
So he's got nothing.
Nothing. Nope. He's done.
He doesn't even have his service weapon at the end of the movie. He owns one shirt and a pair of jeans.
He owns most of a shirt, Sam.
Most of a shirt and a pair of jeans.
Yeah. And he's probably also fired. I assume. Like, he broke all the laws for a non-case.
Yeah. He's not going to be okay.
No, he is not. But he's probably going to be about as okay as he was at the start of this movie. Max Kirkpatrick is a knob. So, at the end of the movie, he is a knob.
Yep.
She's just going to go back to doing attorneying. But
so she probably lets him live there for a while, and then there's a whole Salma Hayek 2 with her.
I do not give a shit. They do not survive the Zodiac for the relationship. The relationship does not make it back to the beach.
Think that their relationship survives? She just lets him crash because she's like, well, you saved my life.
She's cool.
So
she's cool. No, she is a cold, relentless bitch. She's not. Are you No, she doesn't let him. Dude, can I crash on your couch? No.
Nope. Yeah, no, he's okay. Yeah.
He lives with the fisherman, Sam. He lives in the back of that truck that he shot those guys out of for a little while. Then he gets a job at Best Buy or something. And he bros out with the, electronics. I did some electronic stuff. I was in a Radio Shack one time. I know how the internet works.
He hates computers.
That's true.
He can't do that.
True. Car salesman. Tow truck driver.
I mean, he could just, because there's really a trail of nothing, he could just show up to work on Monday and probably nothing would happen.
Except for everybody's dead.
Oh, yeah, his cousin's dead. And his partner. Those two guys. Never see Christopher McDonald again. Don't know. He's got a lot of explaining to do.
He's got some explaining to do. I don't think he makes it.
Okay.
I think he's fired. Wait, and what was this case over? I never really figured that out.
Well, it started with that broken Walkman, and then I just kind of got sucked into it.
So what was the whole sinister plot? I don't know. I got to a place, rescued my girlfriend who had banged on a train. She shot some guys on the train. They're probably bodies all over. Anyway, so when I got there, she started a timer and the boat blew up. So I never found out shit.
What you didn't find out anything? Well, I think there was a boat and a divorce.
Yeah, Russians.
That's what I know.
Cuban, Russian. I don't know. Yeah, I got no clue. You're fired. Yeah, I thought so. I don't even have a badge anymore anyways. Where my gun? Some kids probably got my gun. I don't know.
Who knows where his gun is? It's on the highway somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Also, a family of 4 died on the highway because they got clipped by my fucking flaming Cherokee.
He makes it out with his original service weapon. He does. And he makes it out with not only his service weapon, but the guy that died on the train. He has his gun, too.
Okay.
So he's not completely inept. He does make it through with his pants and his gun.
Family of 4, though. Didn't make it.
Didn't make it. I mean, his fucking cousin is dead. That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, man. It's a bad day. But you never should have met Cindy Crawford, buddy. Next time somebody walks in and says, my Walkman died, be like, and there's the door. Jackie? Got any questions?
No.
Sam?
How bad was the first assassination attempt?
It was obviously real bad.
Like, it's not even close. And they don't...
They only had
They
one
go to
bullet.
blow her up later, and it's like, why did you even do the drive-by?
They didn't do it. They like fired one shot, and it was like not even enough to raise her attention. Like, hey, my Walkman. No.
Oh, did you guys notice, though, that throughout the movie, the arm that the Walkman injury was on moved from the right and the left?
Yeah. Nice job.
That was awesome.
Continuity, guys. Yeah,
So
no, it's real bad. They took one shot. Shit, I think I hit her Walkman. Let's get out of here.
So I have an interesting question. Was she actually right to run away 3/4 of the way through the movie? Because it seems like the stupidest thing ever, but if she actually pulled that off, it kind of would have unraveled all of the next events, wouldn't it have?
How did the bad guys find her on the train? Is it because of him, or is it because of her? I don't remember how they found
guessed and were right
that she was on a train. Well, then
Yeah, and then they used their thermal vision to watch them boinking.
Yeah, then no, she's dead, Sam.
Well, if she doesn't get on the train, if she no, she just gets captured. It has
to
no
the train.
relevance. She ends up in the same spot no matter what.
It's true. They didn't just fucking kill her. They took her and put her on the boat for no reason. Why did they put her on the boat? Yeah. Oh my God, this movie stinks. This is such a bad script. Holy cow. What a fucking pile. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Sammy?
Well, this is the idiot plot, right?
Yeah, it's totally idiot plot. I don't know.
You can't, every one of them has to do the exact wrong thing to keep events moving.
I mean, and even if the idiot plot prevails, nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Oh my God. This is a bad, bad movie. Jackie, you go first on final recommendations.
I'm going to go don't. It's
Okay.
terribly boring for as actionable as it was. And, I mean, just fast forward to the boob parts and you're good.
Okay. Sam?
I think it's a total do because it's one of the dumbest things we've ever done on this program. It's bad. And it was, I mean, a piece of film history a little bit, but I didn't find it all that boring. I thought it was actually kind of trying to piece together how stupid it was interesting enough to me. So I'm giving it a do.
While I was watching it, the first 30 minutes, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a don't. Because you're both right. Jackie it's a little boring at the beginning with all the cop shit. Because it's so cliche. It's like you've seen it 100, like, oh God, all right, here we go again. And then there's the Geely vibe as well. But then once the fucking shit hits the fan, it's fucking nanners. It's just fucking stupid as hell. And I mean, I can't believe a movie got written that was this bad. I mean, honestly, Manos the Hands of Fate has a better script than this does. I'm not fucking being hyperbolic. Hyperbolic. It's the truth. There is less of a stupid plot to Manos the Hands of Fate than this thing. It is that dumb. And so I can't believe it. I can't believe that this is that type of movie, that it's beyond stupid. So it's a do. It's a total do. You got to, in my opinion.
And it's the same thing as Geely and somehow worse.
It's somehow dumber than Geely, but a little bit less annoying. Like,
it's a lot less annoying.
This is not an annoying movie. Like, I don't want these people to die because they're stupid. And that's their only flaw, is they're painfully stupid. They're not annoying. So yeah, I liked it. I totally liked it. I think fair games, fair fun.
Yeah.
Fun game. That's your show, guys. Next week on the show is Sam's pick, If We're Not All Dead from Frozen Ice. Do you have anything lined up, buddy?
I do. It is called
The Glimmer Man.
Highway to Hell 1991. And it's
Okay.
on Prime.
All right. That should be interesting. Before we go, we do have some listener feedback that I've been delaying, punting on. It's from JR. He says, hey, guys, it's your friendly Taco Man, JR. Coleman for new listeners, but we call him Taco Man. Jackie, it was Christy who shot the JR on Dallas, and she did it thinking that he usually writes us about things we talked about and now we can't remember. She did it thinking he would think it was another woman. Thank you for the I was wrong, idiot Sam. You're right, cats shouldn't be on boats. I'm assuming that's from the uninvited. I heard how dumb that sounded that day and churned in my actually badge on the spot. I want to say huzzah to 600 plus episodes and thank you again for so many laughs. I'll ask what all the Maddies want to... Maddies? Oh, did he just coin a fan thing for us? Like the Swifties? We've got Maddies?
We have Maddies. That's cool. I like
That is cool.
That is cool.
Take that, Taylor Swift. What are the Beyoncés called? Does she have the bee peeps? Babes? I don't know. I'll ask what all the Maddies want to know right now. Are we going to cover Borderlands? I
feel like we really missed the boat on a field trip on that one.
Yeah.
But I feel
it's on
like
Stars. It's a Loins game.
When it rolls into general pop, yes. Somebody will pull the trigger on it.
It's a Loins Gate. It may never roll into Gen Pop. It's a Stars exclusive probably, because that's who the fuck pays for Stars today. They need to get rid of that.
Netflix does get Stars and AMC movies.
It'll roll into Gen Pop.
All right. Well, we should do Borderlands at that point. I wanted to give you a few streaming do's and don'ts to help out with keeping this thing rolling. The Hunted, starring Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones. I remember when that movie came out. I don't know if I ever saw it.
I think it's super dumb. It's a knife fight movie, and I think I've watched it twice.
Yeah, okay. Or as I like to call it, the Gargoyle Game of Death.
Yeah, that's very good. That is very good.
I remember this as a kid being dark, but on a rewatch, I couldn't help but just shake my head at all the over-the-top seriousness and what I call a battle of expressions. Hardbreakers. This is the story of two SoCal stoner girls just trying to live the life, do the audition, smoke some weed, and meet a guy who doesn't ask questions because he has a concussion. Okay. A parade of cameos and left turns, I think, makes a nice Sunday watch while you fold clothes or nurse a hangover. Executive Decision. We've talked about this one. This one comes on.
This is such a bad movie.
This one comes on after watching Landmark Tango and Cash. I love the boarding sequence. I was about out on Seagull 90's neck chopper. Say what? His not listening gets the mission compromised and at least 4 people killed while he just fucks off at 40,000 feet. I'm sorry, you have my full attention. Isn't that Kirk Douglas or Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell's in that, yeah. I feel like there should be. I might have to do this on my own time as a pit fight. Which is worse out of Executive Decision and Air Force One?
Yeah. Is this Executive Decision a Fly Hard?
It might. Aren't they both Fly Hard?
Air Force One's totally a Fly Hard, but I don't know about Executive Decision.
I think they're both Fly Hard.
Passenger
and the best
57
part about
is,
Executive Decision and
Fly
where
Hard.
it gets a leg up initially is that it puts Steven Seagal on the poster and kills him halfway through the movie.
Yeah, right. I like it. I'll give it for the first 20 minutes if I have that option. All right. Who would win in a game of Never Hunting a Man, an expanded version of the knife fight, just like a Final Sanction fight? Oh, yeah. Remember who died in a knife fight? Who'd win in a knife fight? We used to do that.
Yeah.
Shovels included. First round, the sword guy from Templar Nation versus
he
the
loses
main
every fight.
versus the main guy, security guard from Hobgoblins.
That's
The
sword
sword
guy.
guy from
Yeah.
Templar Nation can't win. I think that's the sword logic of Stinker Madness. If there is anything, if anyone can be worse than that guy, holy shit.
I'm going with security guy wins.
Yeah, I mean, he's been keeping hobgoblins at bay in a safe in the studio lot for like 50 years.
And he's got access to explosives. You never know when those can
Yeah.
come involved. Okay, second round. This is 2 versus 2, the battle of the sexes. Stan, the man, Chuckin' Man, and Cynthia Rothrock. Sorry, Cynthia. Oh, wait. It's not versus Cynthia Rothrock. Okay. 2 of my favorite people of all time. This is going to be tough to beat. Versus Tommy Lee Jones and Rosie O'Donnell.
That's not even close. I mean,
close.
Stan's going to probably put his back out hucking Rosie O'Donnell, but they're going to win.
Yep.
If you want to make that more fair, sub in Mike Dacascos from Drive for turbocharged him, or beginning of Battle Double Dragons for Tommy Lee. Dacascos and Rosie O'Donnell versus Stan the Man. No, it's still Cynthia Rothrock and Stan the Man.
Yeah, because Stan the Man, Chuckin' Man has Stinker Madness power over. He's a multiplier. He's a force multiplier,
Yes.
whereas you've got Rothrock and Dacascos are about equally loved.
Yes, I agree with that. Okay, third round. The Doctor from Halloween 3. God, that was a long time ago. The villain, I think, is the Doctor.
Yeah.
Versus the uncle from Pod People. Ooh.
The Doctor from Halloween 3 is
yeah.
more diabolical.
He's definitely more diabolical. And the uncle from Pod People is just kind of a piece of shit.
He has a lot of
I'm
guns,
going-
though.
I'm going with Pod People guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's wrong on this one.
Yeah, that's a tough battle. That is a tough battle. I'm taking the Doctor, though. Diabolical.
Okay.
I think clever plans. Could we get like a SMAPA COVID edition? COVID was a while ago, bro. Just like the collection from the entirety of the pandemic. Oh, yeah. I'm with Sam, even though he cuts so. Love you all, and check this sign off out. If you can't get to the chopper, remember to get down. Get down, get down, get down, get down.
Thanks, JR.
Nice email, brother. Okay, guys, have a great week. Get to the chopper.